Hello, everybody. I'm Netta Iramport. Thank you so much for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. And this is where we get a chance to explain what's going on with our weather as we head into this weekend. Things are going to be cool. I do want to start off with this snowy view because, as you know, it's been an action-packed week, month, year here in San Diego and across the state of California. So this view right here showing Mount Laguna, this would be some of our summit areas where a decent amount of snow came down, over 2.5 feet for Laguna, for Palomar Mountain, and you'll notice there's still a little bit hanging on. So yeah, through the weekend, people may be wanting to head out to the mountains, check out the snow. You should be okay. There should be still some out there to enjoy. No need to have to urgently rush up there. I think it's going to last at least through Saturday, Sunday before some of this melts because of our afternoon highs. So there you have it from the mountains. Now let's take you to our beautiful coastline. This is the view from Mount Soledad. There's Mission Bay, of course. There's the jetty right there at Mission Beach. And you'll notice it's just clear all across our skies from the mountains to the beaches. We do not have cloud coverage today. So a look at your weather headlines of a frosty start. Some of you may have woken up to some of that frost this morning. A frost advisory expired at 8 a.m. This afternoon, slightly warmer, just a couple degrees warmer. Now, the marine layer is making a comeback. We've been talking about storm after storm. We barely had a chance to discuss the marine layer, but that is headed our way because of a storm up in Northern California. So that increases our onshore flow. What it also does is bring us, of course, more cloud coverage and then a little bit of drizzle with that. We are going to warm up next week. In fact, there's weak ridging that we're going to get to experience, which will bring us finally to slightly above average temperatures. I'm looking forward to that. This afternoon, we're going to be cooler than normal. Some spots 5 to 10 degrees cooler than where we typically would be this time of year. It has been an abnormal year, and now we're just continuing with that trend, but at least mild, calm weather pattern here. 59 degrees in Imperial Beach today, 59 in Chula Vista, 60 for San Ysidro. Same with La Mesa, National City. You'll see a lot of 60s up and down our coast and inland, mid-60s for Santee and El Cajon. Those are typically our warmer spots. It's a little cooler usually along the coastline, so expect the upper 50s, 55 in La Jolla, 57 in Encinitas. If you're headed up to Oceanside, 59, Fallbrook, 60. Usually we see these differences between the coast and inland valleys. Not that big of a difference here for today. As you'll notice, we're all under this similar weather pattern. Sunshine, not much of a breeze either, and there is cool in the air. There's a colder system that's just kind of overhead, and it's keeping our temperatures from rising too much. 48 degrees in Mount Laguna today, 50 in Julian, I should say. Borrego 68. If you're headed to the deserts, it's going to look pretty nice, upper 60s. So looking at our rain cloud forecast, I will say, no rain in sight. You'll notice a little green popping up here and there. That's just drizzle. Most of that stays in the clouds. It does show that the marine layer will come with some moisture, but really until Saturday afternoon, we're not going to see much of that building. Saturday night into Sunday, there you have it. A little more cloud coverage out there. Sunday, by about noon, it'll be a little thicker. So yeah, unfortunately, gray kind of Sunday, extending on into Monday as well. But I will say we are lucky because Northern California, they're going to see more rain, more snow, since obviously San Diego is so much further south. There's the California Bight. It blocks a lot of these systems from working their way all the way down. But what it will do is bring us that west to east wind. You'll notice the jet stream lines right here showing some of that as well. Here's a look at all the snow that's still going to be coming. So this is that next system I was talking about. Rain up in the Bay Area, Sacramento, look at Tahoe. These areas have been inundated with feet of snow. This last round brought them 140 inches, and now you're going to see another 1 to 2 feet added on. So piling up, taller than buildings. That's why, unfortunately, a lot of people have been stuck. It's going to be hard to drive on these roads. They haven't been able to even open them up since the last snowfall, and now here goes that other one. But you'll notice in San Diego, even LA, it's going to stay mostly dry and calm. Just like I said, that marine layer cloud coverage at the tail end of that system. It will eventually move on by Wednesday, Thursday. You see it going towards the midsection of the country. country. And then it's Thursday when you start to see these lines going upwards. So that's a sign of high pressure. The ridging I was talking about, that's going to bring us a nice warm up. So you'll notice the rain chances, there's still a little bit, and that's mainly because of that marine layer. So Saturday, Sunday, just along the coast, there might be a drop here and there. Nothing that's measurable. Obviously, our drought monitor, that's something we all have been watching closely. Every week we get an updated version of this, and it does show that, hey, the latest storms have helped get us out of the drought, especially for the coast. You'll notice right here through Monterey Bay all the way into LA County, we are no longer in a drought. And then this right here would be right around the Tahoe area, Sierra Nevada mountain region, the foothills, this stretch out of a drought. We were in the more extreme to exceptional drought conditions, obviously last year, and then things have really changed this year. For San Diego, though, I want to point out, we're still in the dry to moderate range. These storm systems, they have moved through quickly, so unfortunately, a lot of that rain ends up right in the ocean. We have not been able to capture a lot of that to help us out of the drought completely. Looking at our 8-day, there you have it. Cloudy conditions, mainly for your Saturday night into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then as that ridging builds Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we are warming up. Upper 60s at the coast by the end of next week, so it'll be a 10-degree warm up because this weekend, it'll be pretty cool. Mid to upper 50s for your weekend. Monday, Tuesday staying fairly similar. Before, look at that. This is the 70s. That we have not talked about in a while. Sunshine and low 70s for inland valleys. But again, we have to wait a while for this, not until later next week. And that is a look at your forecast. We're so glad you joined us here on CBS 8 Plus. Make sure you stick around because there are a lot more specials that we have put together from our team here at CBS 8 that you can watch right there on your Roku. Thanks for joining us. I'm Neda Iranpour.